There's an old saying people tell each other. Never judge a book by its cover. I'm not here to contest that. I totally don't agree that you can actually judge a book even after completely reading it. Unless and otherwise you find something that interests you, something you agree with, something that is exciting that you pull out of it. Unless and otherwise you do that, the cover is always the main driver that puts that book in another person's hand so they could read it. The saying, never judge a book by its cover, usually holds true when people do something remarkable that other people don't expect them to do. Remarkable like sing a beautiful song, play a great sport, be a great leader. Remarkable in their walk of life that other people didn't expect them to do. It ties directly into the concept and story of David versus Goliath, or the story of the underdog. But these stories don't happen often in life. They don't happen often on a day-to-day basis. They happen very occasionally. For the average person like you, and the average normal person like me, our day-to-day life involves going to college, going to school, teaching, holding a job, running a business, being a parent. And when we're about our day-to-day life, running our day-to-day lives, doing average stuff, there are people on the outside, there are judges on the outside, watching right in. And guess what they're doing? They're judging us by our covers. So I'm here to tell you how important this cover is, because this cover is the most critical thing that is going to open those opportunities, open doors, put you at the right place at the right time. Not just put you at the right place at the right time, but make you stay at that right place and hopefully move greater from that place you're in. Before we dig deeper into this exciting cover that we want to build, let's talk about something that we all do, self-image. This image that we have of ourselves that we want to portray to other people, that we want others to see and know us as this person, that image that we're trying to portray. This self-image that we're trying to have is something very simple. I realized that not too long ago. It's something very simple because we do that on a day-to-day basis. We do that every day. And it's something that we've been doing all our life. I learned this after the birth of my daughter, Akira, not too long ago. She was born in January. At the age of around 5 months, I pick her up, take her in front of the mirror, have her see herself, and then, she would interact with the mirror because that's around the first time she's seeing herself in the mirror. At the age of around 6 months, I would take her back to the mirror. She would see herself in the mirror again, and now the interaction would be a little different. By 7 months, she had a deeper understanding of who she was. And by 8 to 9 months, I figured that she had a complete understanding of the person who she was. She was thinking that she is the person in the mirror. Not who she is physically, who she is on the outside, but the person in the mirror is who she identified. I was very, very interested in it. I wanted to know if there was some scientific reasoning behind this, if there were studies made on babies doing this. So, like most people, Wikipedia, Google, I went in and I wanted to learn about mirror images and how we interact with mirror images. Turns out, I turned out to be lucky. Turns out, in 1949, a French psychoanalyst and a French philosopher, Jacques Lacan, had documented the idea of mirror stages and mirror images in human beings. So Lacan says, Jacques Lacan, by the age of around 6 to 8 months, babies in general start to identify themselves in the mirror image that they see in the mirror. This is what they perceive to be the ideal them. This is the first time that they're realizing that that is them. So throughout their life, they're thinking that the ideal person that they're seeing is the one in the mirror. And we continue to do this throughout our lives. That is probably why we stand in front of a mirror, dress up, we want to see how the ideal I looks. We speak in front of a mirror because we want to hear how the ideal us speaks. And most of the time, we take those pictures on Instagram or Snapchat and we want to flip it. We want to flip it and then post it because we want that mirror image, because we have this idea that the ideal us is that person in that mirror. So I found this very interesting, and then this gave me a deeper concept of what the image that we're trying to build is. And I realized that the concept of mirror images is the one that we're trying to build. So now the second part of what I'm trying to analyze here is what other people think about us. So this is made of three main circles. The first circle is what you want them to think of you. This is usually the mirror image, the ideal image that you've created for yourself, the one that you practice in front of your mirror. Usually it's very close to the mirror image, or it's almost the same. The second circle is what they think about you, the image that they've already created for you. That usually stems out from the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you walk, what you eat, sometimes the way you listen. And the third important circle is the relationship you share with that person. So when I got all this in perspective, and then I realized, I took my life as an example. I wanted to throw my life in there. I wanted to analyze that. I wanted to dissect parts of my life. So I realized for almost 30 years, a good part of the last 30 years, I've been trying to sell this mirror image that I've created for myself. I sold that at school. I sold that at high school. I sold that in the US where I got my bachelor's and my master's. I sold that at where I went to work. And then I continued selling that after I returned and I started to find my own ventures. But there was this one concept that kept hurting me, that kept hitting my mind. The mirror image that I was trying to sell was contrasting, was confusing to me. Like for my employers, I would go out there and then I would sell my mirror image to my employers and my professionals as this group team-oriented person, this guy who is into teams, who thrives well in teams. And then I would just turn around and then go to my family, my parents, and my friends. I would sell myself as this individual, self-made academic with no team effort that came into it. I would empathize. I would be very emotional with my close ones, with my family, and then I would turn around and show lesser empathy at the workplace. I would be more professional, more rigid at the workplace. I would put away tasks or responsibilities my mom would give me. Maybe very simple, but I would put it away. I wouldn't do it. When it came to work, when it came to projects, when it came to deliverables, I would have them done way ahead of time. So I wanted to realize, I wanted to dissect, why am I being this personality with multiple mirror images that actually contrast with each other? Then I wanted to dive in deeper. I wanted to know what was that image that I wanted to portray. What actually is, what was my main focus that I wanted other people to learn and understand or assimilate after seeing me or after interacting with me? What are the core things? Was it money? Of course, money plays a big part. But that's the end result. That's the byproduct of it'll come in its due course of time. Was it success? Again, like money, it's the end result. It's a byproduct. It comes in due course of time. Was it acceptance? Acceptance is very nice to have, but it didn't actually form that core focus of my mirror image. So as I proceeded to analyze, proceeded to ponder, see what was that I actually wanted. I actually wanted, I realized after a while, it took me a long time, but I realized at the end, what I actually wanted was a better version of myself. My mirror image should be a better version of myself. Be more, have more empathy. Be a better listener. Be more fit, or be a better leader. These are the things I wanted to assimilate in my life, and I was doing it wrong in the first place. It took me all these years to understand I was selling my mirror image. This salesperson, this person running a business, this person who is one of India's top 25 tech entrepreneurs, actually selling myself the wrong way. So I decided to take a step back. And I decided to completely reinvent my mirror image, the image that I wanted people to know. So I dug in deeper. I wanted to understand what was the core of my mirror image that I've always wanted to portray. Forget about the relationship. What core it was. What did I want to portray? Ambition. Ambitious. That is when I realized that I was portraying myself as an ambitious person driven by self-excel, personal laurel, media attention. But then and not as this ambitious person who's aligned with the vision or the organization that I'm a part of. Ambition in the wrong way. I'm not ambition where I'm aligned with the firm, with the entrepreneurship side of it, or the vision that I wanted to progress. I always wanted to portray that I should be this change in healthcare in India. And digging deeper into that, again, that was almost always focused on sign-ups, revenue, sales, the number of doctors, the press, and not entirely focused on the change that I wanted to make. So I took all these in, took them down, assimilated them. Then I decided to portray my mirror image in a completely different way. I wanted to portray my mirror image as a normal, average person having an ambitious dream, making impacts and changing people's lives by making healthcare easy and accessible to doctors and patients. This did wonders. Small change, of course, brought in all the money, brought in all the sign-ups, brought in all the revenues. Got me a few TED Talks, got all the press, even got us a few investors. So this small change actually helped me reinvent my mirror image and helped me portray myself clearly to the observer, to the listener, to my family, to my friends, and most recently to my daughter. So what all of you may ask, or wonder, how do you create that exciting, perfect mirror image? So I follow 4 things. I always follow these 4 things. It's always enforced. First thing, differentiate yourself. First, identify what differentiates you. It may be the way you look, the way you sing, the way you talk, the way you listen, Use this differential to build your mirror image, because remember, this is what people are going to notice about you in the first place. This is what is going to get you that opportunity, get you to that place. So make this difference your mirror image. Focus it. Focus your mirror image along this difference. So the first point is difference. The second point is to similar yourself. Done differentiating. Now similar yourself. When you go to a person, when you meet a person for the first time, and you tell them, I am like you, I am like you, you can expect to hear from that person, I like you. That is when they start putting themselves in your shoes. They see a portion of their mirror image in your mirror image, the thing that you're trying to convey. This will take place. They will understand you better. They will know why you're angry. They will know why you're sad, why you're down, why you're high. They will know everything about you. The third thing, good is bad. James Collins, a best-selling author of one of my favorite books, once said, good is the enemy of bad. So don't just stop at good at your mirror image. Keep reinventing your mirror image. Try to move from the good to the great. Try to make changes, update your mirror image consistently so that you move across the board from good to great. Fourth, most important thing, package. I mean, You do all these things, but then you got to package it in the right way. You got to deliver the content in the right way. Because let me tell you something. Each and every one of us builds a brand in our life. Some of us more than one, but we definitely build one brand. That brand is us. That brand is you. So when you package all these elements together, you build a brand, you build credibility, you build authenticity because you're different. You build credibility because you're similar, and you're moving from good to great. Now you have this brand that you're packaged and you're delivering it, which will also take you places. That's basically, I mean, just going to compare a product. That's basically the reason why you buy an Apple product or a Samsung product, because of the beauty. It's not because they make phones. It's the beauty, the authenticity, the credibility, and the amount of technology that goes into it, all packaged into that brand. So once you have these 4 steps, once you reinvent your mirror image, you should be able to train better. If you have friends, family, or parents, or teachers, or students who don't understand you, the way you present yourself, the way you focus your mirror image takes you a long way, opens you doors, puts you at the right place, gets you the right opportunities, and makes you move from good to great. So I'd like to end today's speech right now. Hopefully, you guys taking some point from this, trying to incorporate this in day-to-day life. I want people to move from good to great. I'm Arunan Parivalagan. I'm a normal, average person working on ambitious problems to make impact